Hello everyone, it's Brightside, and this is a tutorial video. Or should I say a tip video? I don't know. You decide. Let me know in the comments. I don't usually do these, so hopefully it's not that bad. And first things first, I need to say that a lot of what I'm going to be talking about in tips is related to the application I use for art. It's Medibang, the PC desktop version, which is different from the mobile version, but only slightly. Tip 1. Keep your lines simple. In realistic, unlike comic and anime, you won't need strong, smooth lines in the base. You can just keep it simple. Blur it. It's probably better if you blur it, because you won't be keeping these lines. They're just suggested guides to help you lay down your colors, which are just as important as lines when it comes to realism. Tip number 2. Find your middle tones of color. That's the neutral color of whatever piece you're working on, and it will serve to help you with your colors in your highlights and your shadows. This will be a separate layer, or it should be, and it should be created and then dropped below your line work so that you can tell where your colors need to be, but you're not interfering with your original layer at all. Tip number 3. Use the fill brush for both neutral colors and for laying your strong color transition areas. The fill brush is a standard brush on Medibang, and when you draw a sharp outline, the brush will fill the inside once you've completed that shape. The selected color you have will become the color that is filled, and it's great for basic color design. It won't blend, and in the beginning when you're creating your tones, you don't need to blend. You just need to get them on there fast so that your blending work will take less time to transition. Tip number 4. Master the transform and warp tools. It's the best way to fix small alignment issues. Everyone has those, and it's far quicker than trying to paint over a section of your painting. It will take practice to get used to these tools. You'll have to figure out exactly how many rows and columns in the warp tool and how to transition parts of your canvas without ruining the alignment of the rest. Remember and make note that these warp and transformation tools will only affect the layer you're currently selected on in the layer window. Tip number 5. The top layer. There are some things you want to wait until the very end to do. I fail to wait sometimes, like I did in this video. But if you train yourself to do it, you will save yourself time and effort. These things are jewelry, reflections, reflected light, shines, eyelashes, and tattoos. If you put them on too soon, chances are you will hit them with your brush or blur them by mistake, and you'll have to go back and redo them again, sometimes more than once. Just wait and put them on the top layer, as I call it, and you'll save yourself a lot of time and won't have to do them near as much. Tip number 6. The flip and break. The flip and break is a mantra that I try to follow as much as possible because it helps you with your artistic perspective. Right after your line work, before you add color, you should do a flip and break. You should also do a flip and break in between each stage, or whenever you feel you need one. A flip and break is simply this. You flip your canvas, you look at it, you see if you notice any flaws with alignment, any kind of perspective, things that are unusual. Your instincts will tell you if it's weird. The reason why you need to do the flip is because your brain recognizes the emotions on a face. The closer your painting becomes to looking like a face, the more your brain will ignore basic features of that face and stick to the things that matter for expression, like are the eyes squinting or wide open, is the mouth smiling or frowning. That's why it happens. It's not your fault, everyone does it. So after your flip, you then, if you don't see any flaws then, get up, take a break, get a cup of tea, get a cup of water, walk around, stretch, look at something beside your canvas. The amount of time you take could be 5 minutes, could be hours. It all depends on how much time you need to reset your perspective. Once you're done, you can sit back down and get to work. This will also help you avoid creative fatigue and break your perspective curse, which could potentially ruin any great artwork. I hope these tips have been helpful, and I'm glad that you stuck with me this long. If you like the painting or have any other tips I should add to my tutorials or tips, then please comment and let me know. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it.